Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We are looking forward to a big day today. Gonna try to get some miles in. I think the GPS is set for 503 miles. That's to our final destination. We're not going, or for the first leg of the trip, our first stop to visit's 503 miles away. We're not doing all that today, but we're gonna see how much of a chunk we can take out of that. Not gonna overdo it, but I want to take a nice chunk out. Here at Flying J this morning getting gas. It's regularly $2.83 a gallon, and with my Flying J card, it is $2.78 a gallon here. So that's kind of nice. So we're gonna give the coachman a nice healthy drink this morning, and get on our way south. And looking forward to a good day. Clearer. It's supposed to be less windy than in the last video. So we expect to get a pretty good day in. All right, coaching's all good and warmed up. Just sounding good, just purring like a kitten. You've been running so good. Somebody had asked in the last video about fuel mileage in the when we're towing. Probably on the highway, probably average 60, 65 mile an hour. We go along pretty good. And with the towing the car, get about 7.5 miles to a gallon. Without the car, get about 8.5 miles to a gallon. So keep in mind, it's only a 22, 23 footer. It's not a real big, heavy RV. All right, we're out of here. Had to take an extra step here to get the windshields defrost this morning. Got these fans here. There's one in that corner, there's one in that corner. That one sometimes acts up. You gotta bump it to get it going. So what do you expect for a 1987 model? But that blows extra air on the windshield to help defrost. Yeah, there's the regular defrosters up there, but that kind of helps out. I think we're good. Shut them noisy things off. And we'll turn those ones down a little bit. Yeah, there we are. So yeah, all of that is not going to happen today, but I want to take a chunk out. So we'll see where we end up at. All right, gonna turn on to I-79 south, I think towards Charleston. And that's it. Let's get the heck out of West Virginia today. Let's start with that, huh? I think we're now passing the Gauley River National Recreation Area, and pretty soon we should be at the New River Gorge. We are on Route 19, US Route 19 South. I think this is called, actually I forget, something Appalachian Highway. I don't know. So yeah, we'll be down the New River Gorge here shortly, and there's a event they hold on the river, I think once a year, or at least they used to. Okay, the New River Gorge National Park is another 15 miles down the road. I understand that they close it, once a year they close the bridge for a weekend for bungee jumping. So I don't know if they still do it or not. Yes, Mr. State Policeman, State Trooper, I'm following all the laws, not speeding, not by much. Oh, here we are already. Barely got the camera on in time. The New River Gorge Bridge. It's a long ways down there. There is an overlook and a rest area. Maybe we should have stopped. Yeah, so they closed this down and bungee jumped from it. And there's a lot of rafting and kayaking and stuff. Big recreation, national recreation area. But before they built this bridge, it used to take by the old road, and the old bridge that's way down by the river. I guess it used to take like 45 minutes. Time you wind it down through the valley, down one hillside, across the little bridge, and wind back up the other side. That was like a 45-minute trip, if I remember right, from what I read about it. Yeah, that bridge was a big time saver, knocking 45 minutes down to about, less than a minute. So where are we at? We're getting somewhere near, I think it's Fayetteville coming into. Actually, we're gonna bypass. I think the town's over that way, and then somewhere around Beckley and Somerville. I don't know, but we've gotten we've knocked 60 miles off already. All right. There's a little chunk. Historic district and river access, a quarter mile. Okay. And West Virginia mountain rides. That's all about. There's a little shop up here called Biscuit World. I'm always tempted to stop in there in Biscuit World. I just never do. I've come down through this way probably, I don't know, quite a few times. It's never stopped. How you doing over there, girl? Should we stop at Biscuit World? Huh? So we have another 17 miles to go until we get to 64 East, which will take us to 77 South, and that'll take us, well, south. Oops, had to make an emergency stop. I forgot to put the, rumble strips. I forgot to put the latch to the refrigerator and freezer. And the refrigerator opened up, and no big messes. A couple of hard-boiled eggs fell out and cracked, so I'll have to get to those. Yeah, luckily no big messes or nothing came out of there. We're all set now. I have one of those I have a residential fridge, so I had to put like the child safety type latches on it. It's not an RV fridge that has them that latch automatically all the time for you. You have to remember to do it. And I'm really good about remembering, but once in a while, I don't. We are going up a 9% grade. It's a pedal to the floor kind of hill. Yeah, that's all we can do is to maintain about 48 miles an hour. Pedal down, that's all she's got. Yep, 9% grade. Okay, we are now.
Keep left to stay on I-64 East, I-77 South.
Okay. I think we're only on I-64 just for a short bit here. And then we're on, go to I-77.
Keep left to stay on I-64 East.
I think that's what's going on. Alright, Interstate 77. Here at the next exit, or at the Y. 64, I don't know where 64 goes. East somewhere. We get off here on stay to the right. Slow her down. We stay to the right up here and get on.
Use the right two lanes to turn slightly right onto I-77 South.
Yep, I-77 South. That should take us all the way out of West Virginia, down towards, I think it's called Wytheville or Wytheville. And we should be...
Right two lanes to turn slightly right onto I-77 South.
Yeah, that should take us into Virginia. 77 South towards Bluefield. I don't know what happened, got all these clouds all of a sudden. We came over that one mountain and so much for the sunshine. But, maybe I'll break up, get a little bit of sun now. I think by the end of the day we'll be out of the clouds. Okay, thank you. All right. Our toll is $275. it's only 75 cents for, you know, just a car, truck, SUV. But because we're in a motorhome and we're towing a car, we were in a class 4 category, whatever that means, but it was $275. Hopefully that's we're done with tolls for a while. Okay, thanks. Okay, that was, did it again, another toll road. That was $6.75. Okay, hopefully we're done with tolls, you know, for a little while. Say this last words right. Alright. We should be out of West Virginia pretty soon. Alright, I know we're getting close now. This is a hill. This is a hill that kind of, I always remember, it's a nice long, it's a 6% grade for 5 miles. It's just a long downhill. It's not so steep that you really need to use your brakes much at all. Just coast. Just coast for like 5 miles. And I'm not sure. I know we're in Virginia at about 60 miles, I think. But I always remember this hill is like, this is it. This is the tail end, getting out of West Virginia. And clouds seem to be breaking up a little bit more. So it's been a good morning. It's only 9:18 a.m. Yeah, so we've been on the road a couple hours. We've got just over 100 miles in this morning. I think I'm about ready for a break. Stop and get some breakfast. Or stop and make some breakfast. Maybe I'll have a couple hard-boiled eggs that are pre-cracked for me. Finally, a rest area. And I think there's a scenic overlook here. Yeah, I'm sure Bella's ready for a break also. I thought we'd take a walk up here and look for the scenic overlook, because usually there's a, you know, like a deck, like a walkway or a deck to look out over. And there's but all there is along here is woods and a sign that says no trespassing beyond this point. Now there is a couple of paths that go down over the hill, but it says no trespassing. And I can tell that way down over there is quite a valley. It is scenic, very nice woods here. But it's not much of an overlook, is it? We've looked up and down here a bit and just not finding anything. Maybe it's just this rest area is like on the crest of the hill. It does come up that side of the mountain, then it goes back down over. I don't know. It's still not much of an overlook. So, come on, girl. Look at the leaves on the ground. Oh boy. Yeah, it's funny because here's another one of them signs. No trespassing beyond this point. Yet, looks like a great trail that goes right down through here. Huh. Could be a wildlife trail, I suppose. I don't know. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. Them clouds all went away. I got our next destination is down the road, not too far, for some nice cheap gas. I think it's only $2.54 a gallon. So that's according to the Gas Buddy app. Bella, you ready to get back on the road? Come on, let's go. We did take a pretty nice break, so we'll give it another go. We got it at just over 100 miles in. Maybe we'll get another 100 miles in. Bella wanted to stop for a minute. Girl, what are you doing? You just want to smell. Rest there is lots of animals have been here. Lots of doggies. Probably a couple kitties, maybe. Mostly doggies. Come on, let's go, girl. Enough of that smelling. Enough of that smelling, girl. All right, the coachman's over here somewhere. It's probably just ahead of that little Ford Fiesta. Yeah, I see the back of it. All right, everything still looks good back here. Come on. Yeah, we're almost to Virginia, and there's the big railroad bridge. We're going down another one of those long hills. This is a 5% grade for, I think it's only 3 miles. Yeah, there's another landmark that I always remember, this big railroad bridge. Yeah, it's quite a hill. Quite a hill. There's just something so scenic about coming down out of the mountains. Just coasting down out. I'm gonna guess there's a river at the bottom before we head up the other side. And that will probably be the boundary, the state line of West Virginia and Virginia. Just so beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I was wrong about the state line. This is gonna be it here. I'd forgotten about this. I think when we come out the other side of the tunnel, okay, we'll be in Virginia. Oh boy. I think this tunnel's like a half mile long. Could be longer.
Welcome to Virginia.
That's it. Oh, Midway. My cell phone just said, my Google Maps just said, welcome to Virginia. That's it. Fine, we got West Virginia behind us. You know, when we're traveling south, or no matter, north or south, in the east part of the country, just West Virginia is just takes the longest to get through. I think it's a solid 5 hours. That's it. Alright. Little sign over there to the right. Welcome to Virginia. have to stop and give the coachman a break. I charged up that one mountain. It was pretty long, and it would just pedal down. And the temperature gauge went up pretty high. A lot more than usual. Not maxed out. And I didn't notice until we got to the very top. Well, it got hot enough that I could smell something. So that's pretty hot. Just as we got to the top of the hill, it's running great, charging up the mountain. And just as we crossed the top, I could smell something a little bit. And I looked down at the temperature gauge, and it was up. It was up higher, much higher than normal. So I think it was just touching, just into the red, just touching it. So, oh, another tunnel. Hang on. This is 2 of 2. But then we came down the other side, it cooled back down, and back into the normal range. But I'd forgot, you know, these older vehicles, they don't have the coolant recovery system, or it does, but it's just not as effective. You know, the engineers didn't perfect it as well as they are in modern vehicles. I've never had one that really recovered it. Yeah. Nearly all of it. What I'm saying is, even though it has one of those old systems, I still have to add coolant to it from time to time. And I haven't added any in a while. Here we go, out of the tunnel. So I'm sure it would probably, and I know from past experience, it doesn't take much. It gets down like about a half a gallon. It gets down to a quart. I noticed that it starts doing that a little bit on some hills, so it's probably down to a whole half a gallon by now to do it that much. So I'll have to stop and get some antifreeze coolant, top it off when it cools down. I'll nurse it along. I can still go up the big hills, I just can't charge up them like I did. Now go 70 miles an hour up a mountain, that's making some heat. So if I go 55, 60 up it won't get as hot. So, so there's a sign. Oopsie. Oh, there was a sign for the Blue Ridge Parkway. Yeah, we're out of town now. There's different landmarks you see along the way. Just makes you realize, yeah, we're further and further away from where we left from. Further away from Pennsylvania. Someday we're gonna take the Blue Ridge Parkway. Maybe we'll make a big long van trip and do that. I don't know if I want to do that in the RV or not. Well, we're only about 4 miles from the gas station, and we're going downhill. I guess downhill the rest of the way into Wytheville. And there's also a Cracker Barrel there. We're not going to call it yet today. At least I don't think, but they're going to stop and get gas. We will take maybe an extended break, let this really, really cool off so I can take the radiator cap off and you know, add some coolant. So it's going to cool down pretty good before I do that. But anyway, we have, I don't know how far we've gone. I reset my map, so I don't know how far we've gone. But, well, at least we're out of West Virginia.
Take exit 41.
Okay, Google Maps pronounced it Wytheville, so maybe that's what it is. Wonder what the locals call it.
In a quarter mile, merge onto Peppers Ferry Road.
Alright, Circle K is just right up here. We'll get gas and then we'll go take our break. I don't have any coolant. I might just put water in it for now. Alright, let's go out around this guy.
Take the next left, then sharp right.
Got a nice place right here on the end.
In these mind-blowing hot springs, Riverbend Hot Springs in Truth,
Oh, great.
which is New Mexico.
It's gas station
Dave Warman,
TV.
Gold Strike Hot Springs, Nevada.
I hate these pumps that do that. There we go. $2.54 a gallon.
Travel.
Alright, I decided to just pull in here to Lowe's parking lot, and we just sat here for a while, took a break, left the coachman cool down. What do you think it'll take? A half a gallon? A little bit more? I'm really surprised I didn't check this before I left the garage. I kind of forgot about it. It just does. It just consumes water. I probably won't have to check it again until get that over to Texas. And then maybe again sometime over to Arizona or Southern California. It just periodically needs a drink. And of course this is probably the lowest it's gotten. Oops, there we go. Yeah, a little over half a gallon. Put my lid back on here. We gotta get going. Because as you can see, the shadows are getting long. It's getting, late afternoon. I don't know, it's like 3:30 or so. I want to go about another hour. That's 4:30. It's dark by 5. So I think we can go ahead and get the rest of the way out of Virginia and down to, actually it's that direction, down to North Carolina. I think we can get to North Carolina yet today. Need to get out for a little bit before we hit the road again. Come on. I need to take a little pee-pee break. There you go. Nice secluded area back here. And we certainly are far enough south that where people talk funny down here. Just gonna make a quick cup of coffee for the road. Turn the generator on. All right. Remember we give that a little tune-up here a while back. It's working great. Let that come on. All right. Have some nice fresh hot coffee for the last leg of the trip today. Are you ready to go? You ready? I did remember to latch the refrigerator this time, so should be no more oopses. Got my coffee, and the GPS is set for our next what is it, an hour and 2 minutes, or 67 miles. That should put us just a little ways south of Mount Airy. Yeah, Mount Airy, North Carolina. So just a little, not too much further left to go today. There's another one of those long hills. There got a sign, there's a runaway truck ramp in 1 mile. Getting ready to start down over the hill. The hill is 7.5 miles long. That's a pretty long downhill. So, well, you know what? We know what that means is not only are we getting further south, but we're getting lower in elevation too. So, we were supposed to have that. Tonight was supposed to be that cold night. Where it got down like 29 degrees. Well, we're far enough south, and with lower elevation, I think it's only supposed to go down to 45 down here tonight. So we beat the cold, so that's good. That's a plus. Welcome to North Carolina. mission accomplished. We're in Surrey County, North Carolina. It's been a good day. We're gonna head to the nearest Cracker Barrel, which is 24 miles from here, and call it a night.